Naimbag nga malam tayo man amin na po, nagdingdingeg, nagbibuyang kakabsat ko, nga magsupsupport tayo iti Kabsat channel. Dati manen, dati programa tayo, when segment na trabaho ken serbisyo, every Tuesday, 5:30 to 6:30. Programa na ito iti amin nga national government agencies, government-owned and controlled corporations, aming stakeholders, partners, and even in the future, we'll be inviting local government units through their local chief executives. This is the second episode tatang nga tawen 2021. Ket nagasat dayto nga daw because we have with us as a guest agency one if not the most important agencies during these times. Ket han ko nga baybayaganen, iya mamok kada kayo apo, iti Schools Division of Ilocos Sur, headed by its superintendent, the very active, dynamic, and very professional Apo Superintendent George M. Reynante. Kablaawan ka, sir. Tinaimbag nga malam mo, ken Happy New Year.
Naimbag nga walang mga ma'am, Happy New Year, Met. Ori awan dito iti madadayo nga congressman tayo. Kablaawan mi, Met, from the DepEd family, the Honorable Congressman Geograsas Victor Sabelliano. Di nakagagaget na nakananos nga congressman tayo. Kablabak met ma'am, lagi ti kakadwak.
Yes, please, sir.
Di palubusan dak nga mang-introduce kada kay aming kakabsat nga buybuya ka nagdengdengeg dagiti agkaka-aktibo, agkaka-laing, agkakasirig nga kakadwak television office. I-review tayo ken ni Sir Nestor H. Eranya, the Assistant Schools Division Superintendent. Kanay ko mga inayon nga Lasal graduate.
Wow.
Scholar.
Wow.
Scholar.
But he's still very young, yeah?
Yes, ma'am. Lasal yan. Scholar yan. Master of Science in Chemistry. Chief ti Curriculum Implementation Division tayo. May sama nga nakagagaget na sirib. Dr. Maria Salome R. Abero. Kastamet ti Chief ti Schools Governance Operations Division tayo. Another very intelligent fellow. Dr. Philip John Gregory G. Aldos. Kastamet ti nagwapo na sirib.
Ubingpay.
Nakagagaget.
Ken nakaubingpay.
Nakaubing. Nga attorney 3 ti DepEd Division Office ti Division of Ilocos Sur, another Lasal yan.
Wow.
Our very able attorney Percival Nicolas Tan.
Naimbag nga malamyo po nga miyembro iti management team iti Division of Ilocos Sur Department of Education. Adda di momento nga nag-request sino mo tibiyang as the liaison officer, the national government agencies, the opisina ni Congressman Divi, our Deputy Speaker, ket nagpintasan di nga kasulti conference ngayon in-address, nagiti kakabsat tayo nga taga-DepEd. Kakabsat, I was too impressed because it was the whole management team tinagpresentar solok paiket nga audience idi. So we would like to listen from you again, sir. What are the updates since that time? I think that was in, if I'm not mistaken, at the very start of the pandemic. So nga, ited mo man kada kami, brief us on the prior plans of the department, particularly daytoy Division of Ilocos Sur, idi ka irot iti pandemic, COVID-19 pandemic, sir.
Again, good afternoon, ma'am. Kandagiti
Yes.
kakabsat nga gandengeg. Idi kairot ti pandemic, balik hampay nga naglukat ti klase idi.
Yes.
Nagplano ti DepEd Central, nagplano ti DepEd Region, nagplano kami dito division level. Iso da jay babayan ti panangin dawulo dagiti kakadwak nang runa ti duwa nga chief ti ASDS kanya attorney. Kinita mi amin ket kunami agplano tayo ta agprepare tayo met ti module. Although we were required to submit modules to the regional office for quality assurance checking and for eventual adoption. Dagiti nga inaramid mi na quality check at the division level ta kunami in kaso lang hanga maka-provide ti ngato kada iti nga modules hantay nga masiro. Ready tayo ti modules ta kinapudno naman ke kaya ti division level ti agsurat, agprepare ken agprint ti module. Isu nga nagsagana ti division office. Isu nga hantay nga mapuna nga nasiro tayo. Na we were able to cope with the situation. So nga awan ti nagbaling issue or problem, nakatulong tayo ti region, nakatulong ti central, at the same time prepared tayo dito division level. The module, of course, the chief ti CID, Ma'am Maris, kas babaan ti tulong pa dagiti education program supervisors, district supervisors, down to the school level, down to the school heads.
Perhaps, Doctor, or you can further explain how you develop these modules for our elementary students or learners, or did you also prepare for the secondary schools? Okay, please go ahead.
Good afternoon, Ma'am Marjo. Good afternoon to
afternoon
our
po.
listeners. Idi na amuan tayon nga adaleti COVID and apo. Inaramid tayo amin nga kabailan tayo DJ Curriculum Implementation Division nga mang-produce iti modules for all levels. From grade 1 or kinder up to kinder to grade 6 and then junior high school as well as senior high school. Iso nga babaen titulong dagiti education program supervisors ket nakaaramid tayo ti modules for quarter 1 to quarter 4. Ket naiprint tayo pa yan dagiti inusasar dagiti ubing tayo. Ken regarding detoy distribution and retrieval of modules, we had a very smooth distribution and retrieval with the help of our LGU and our partners, barangay officials, babaen ti tulong met dagitoy School Governance and Operations Division. Nag-devise that we call that knowledge in a box wherein amin nga modules nga may distribute ket nakakabil da well-organized nga may kabil iti box nga umay alaen dagiti barangay officials dijay eskwelaan and then sila mismo ang magdi-distribute sa mga learners. So that mapan nga mismo dijay pagtaingan dagiti agad-adal para makaiwas tayo sa COVID. Ken aside from that, nagaramid tayo met ti video lessons nga para kadagiti learners tayo nga dan iti television ti Balbalayda ket kaasi ni Apo babaen ti dagiti partners tayo may pagpabuya metten dagiti naaramid nga videos dagiti teachers tayo. And then at damet madamapay nga araramiden dagiti teachers tayo dete makunang radio-based lessons or instructions nutikas ta dagiti awanan ti TV or television makangegdamet iti radio ti lessons again from kinder up.
Okay, dagiti kunayo nga module every subject iti grade level na aramidan iti individual nga module, ma'am.
Yes,
Sabali ti science, sabali social,
Yes,
or
ma'am.
araling panlipunan. Mano iti subjects iti grade 1?
Actually, ti science lang ti awan ma'am DJ.
Iti grade
Ngem adda ti mother tongue da, mother tongue. English, Filipino, Math, AP, mother tongue. Yun, yung mga subjects nila.
Digi higher grades, manumet ti subjects da nga adongem da gitoy
Yes, ma'am.
kindergarten or grade 1.
8 subjects.
8
actually.
subjects.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
8 subjects, 8 modules per student.
Yes.
Wow. Di kad technically ti basis dagiti nagaramid iti module dagiti lesson plans yu payla idi wenno adda kadi guideline ngayon payulog ti regional office wenno iti central office.
Yes,
yu.
ma'am. Adda inted ti DepEd Central Office nga MELCs or we call that most essential learning competencies nga dagijay ti priority nga isu ti yaramidan mi ti modules tapno ti kasta dagijay laeng ti priority nga ma-develop kadagiti learners tayo tahantay makaberan amin ida.
Okay. Adda ka din naramid nga training or capacity building kadagiti memestra tayo nga mangisuro in the most non-traditional way han nga classroom setting no diket modular type or flexible or blended learning?
Yes, ma'am. Although pinagbawalan po kami na mag face-to-face,
Yes.
nag-training kami online
Okay.
with our teachers, our school heads. Tapno masursuro dan no kasano ti dagi wagas no nya ti aramiden da tapno ti kasta smooth matlaeng ti panagadal dagiti ubing.
It is
babaen
quite
ti modules.
impressive. I mean, kadi nga may mestra ket IT knowledgeable when no amuda met iti agusar, iti internet. For sure, everybody knows that. But then this is quite different kasi iyalatiw da dagiti knowledge kadagiti nagbabasik no ububing. Nya sabali lang iti college, ngem dagitoy ububing ada basit challenge na. So in the whole division adda kadi dagiti naramid yung survey when saan feedback mechanism nga naggapu ka dagitoy instructors when teachers tayo may panggip di capacity da or capability da to go online. Perhaps yes sir.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon. So based on the research conducted
Yes.
by one of our teachers, napag-amuan na almost 80% ti memestra kaya talagang techno-savvy. Adala tami 20% ang haan na amo unay tagusar ti computer ngem with the help di gijay memestra or ubing na memestra nga nasisiglag computer ag titinulong data. Siyempre masapol dami ang maamuan talaga dito yung mechanism ti barong new normal tayo ti pinagadal na masapol da talaga nga ipanamin ti lessons dati internet man. So, digit ti mechanism nga nakita mi in remind me digitoy mas makaamo ti agusar ti IT nga agtitinulong ti memestra.
So the mentoring and coaching among
Yes.
our teachers.
Oh, yes.
Not necessarily the IT officer yo at the division, timo panti kada eskwela. But then it's a helping hand or supporting each other within the school.
Yes po. Hindi lang
Great.
po sa mga teachers, ma'am, pero inorient din namin yung mga parents kung paano po nila i-access yung mga lessons nila, kung ano yung time. So, ganun po yung mechanism na inaramid iti division office tayo.
Iti damo anyamit iti feedback when concerns dagiti naganap. As aglalo ta, the pandemic has already affected not only the economic status ti may nga pamilya. A mother who is working has to devote double time to attend to her children. Teaching at the same time, no talo ti anak dan, talo met ti tutoran da di balbalaydan because no teacher can go to the home unless it is necessary and appropriate. Iso nga, anya mo dagiti nagkauna nga feedback when no concerns dagiti naganak. Amok nga nagaramid kayo iti assembly, when no meeting with PTAs, ngam anya met dagiti saysayang goseng nga nang nangigyo ang nagapu dagiti naganak, sir.
Naimbag naman tayo amin, Ma'am Marjo. Siguro sakbay nga sumbatak na yung question. Kahit kung inayon, kadagay sumbat na iti hepe tayo, ma'am, nga series of webinars were conducted. Catering to these different audiences. Grupo ti parents, grupo ti teachers regarding no kasano nga ipataray na iti modules, kandag iti modalities tayo nga gisuro, nga panagisuro na iti memestra. Tatanag iti concern ti parents, idi ununa na nga ipadas uno usaran dati nga modality tayo nga module. At dati kaslat kasla ko reklamo ko na tayo ta dakkel nga adjustment inaramid na gito nga naganak. Taking the responsibility of the teachers now, giving the explanation. Ito dati panangilawlawag nga naging konsepto nga rebeng nga maadal dagiti ubing isuda ti mga ramid. So kaslag habol damot ti oras. Actually ti maysa nga issue nga makikita mi nga kat dagiti activities nga dagiti ubing ko ba ti mga ramid. Dagiti pa yung
Naganak ti agarami din.
Mas mature nga kakabsat na siguro. So dagiti manan on our end, kanda giti kakadwa tayo ti teaching force, ilawlawag mi manen kanyada, nga baybayan ko man dagiti anak nga mangbasa, mga nalisar, dagiti activities nga ramidan da tapno maadal da matlaeng dayjay ragbang na nga maadal da.
When today tayo, ti pag nervyosan, ti naganak, awan ti teaching methodologies da. Inya, no di ka
Well,
di,
ma'am.
no di ka di makitugaw da lang yan, labasaan
Oo.
mo. Nya ti assignment mo, pukas siya na kami niya rito yan, kung
Well,
nantulog iti daduma, no?
Dagijay tinang nga feedback kanya da. But
yes.
on the other end,
Yes.
ma-realize damot gaya man. Nga kastoy gayam tirigat.
Ti agi
Nga paspasaran dagiti teachers.
Exactly.
Now they understand nga adugayam dagiti rebeng na kay sagana. Panang kita ti dagiti attitude dagiti ubing agadal kanay so amin dagiti ket na-realize na ti parents ma'am. So addaman dagiti negatibo nga kutan da nga maka-adjust nga sigida. At least addaman learning on their end dagiti naganda.
Exactly. When.
ma'am.
Usto dayta, taore siya, at the duwang university boys ko, I also had to adjust and keep track on their studies. Unlike before, ure penubing da they had their own tutors, but this time around, siya kunti mangkita no kasanuda. Now, nagpintasan kaya din taawan ti makita nga problema. But tell me, no anya pa dagiti challenges, when no anya dagiti imbatlay, dagiti apo nga division, management team, kasama dagiti apo nga memestra, kadaytoy panakaaddawan no, hamot nga agsardang iti pandemya. No, we had challenges in the past nga now, nga almost, we started in August or September, so almost 4 months nagbasbasan dagiti anak, when dagiti learners, dagiti public elementary schools. So, anya dagiti makita yo nga nag-progress one. Dagitoy panagusar iti module, panaka-distribute, kastamet dayjay, kunada nga learning, development, dagitoy nga ububing. At dagiti terminology, dagiti ni ma'am, na isauna idi dato, how they gauge the learning capability when advancement or progress of our children.
Adalat talaga iti sa magmamano nga saan tayo nga makontrol
Okay.
nga problema o sitwasyon.
Okay.
Kasla ko mamam jay printing, the reproduction of the
Well.
materials.
When?
Kasi the printing machine tayo idi ma'am, medyo naladaw kasi bangpot.
Kung ganon.
That is why we lobbied to kadagiti school heads nga no, tumulong da nga mangisagana kadagiti nga modules ma'am at first. Ngam idi simbangpot dayjay nga printing machine tayo dayjay Kapitolyon. Diretso mo nga nagi-print kami. Nga aging gana nga medyo mas short mo ti supply
Papel kada ink.
papel kada ink ma'am sa dayjay.
When?
So manan medyo naantala ng konti.
When?
So again, imbag ta very supportive dagiti local government units kadagiti na dumadong mga ili tayo diti probinsya, tumulong namot kadagiti schools. Ket nagtultuloy latamot ti printing kadagiti schools iso nga diretso mo't nga danaitan nga modules kadagiti ubing.
Oh, that's very good.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me more about the partnership yo with various stakeholders. Adu ti simuporta, ada dagiti pakita yo nga listaan, ti apo nga timulong, iti DepEd from the very start. And how did you build this partnership, sir?
Umuna-unay ma'am, we established a memorandum of understanding o MOA kadagiti stakeholders tayo ma'am, particularly the barangay officials and so on. Kat dito nga partnership, talaga nga sinigurado mi nga dagiti barangay officials tumulong da. Nang nagro na yung distribution kan retrieval phase ma'am. Kasi nga yun nga hindi pwedeng pumunta yung mga guro. Tadi niya mo salon at dati mo nang i-consider tayo manan ma'am. So, dayjay malaksid dayjay kadagiti barangay regarding the distribution and retrieval. Dagijay pay agtultuloy nga supply nga masapol mo dagiti schools, teachers. Ket tumulong mo dagiti LGU kan dagiti nasayaat ti panagpuspuso ng civic citizens in our communities Iso nga dalat tamot usaran dagiti pag-eskwelahan tayo. ma'am.
Continuous kasi di dito yung partnership with stakeholders dito yung areas
Yes, ma'am.
tayo. Yes. So anya pa iti requirements aside from the module, anya pa iti topmost requirements iti DepEd to address dati panakay latiw tinasaya quality education karagiti learners. Yes.
Ma'am, gapo digiti EPSME, DJ, Curriculum Implementation Division, they quality assure as much as they can the modules that are being given before they will be distributed to the learners. Syempre, tao da lang mabandog met iti matada, dala tamet nga tadigiti sang kabasit nga typographical errors nga mapaspasamak, which iti dawat met iti DepEd, not just the division of Ilocos Sur, but DepEd in national, is awaten ko mamet iti naganak digiti errors nga makikita da iti modules ken imbes kuma nga i-bash da iti social media ket
Alam mo, bashers niya.
itawag da ko ma'am kanyami
Directly.
tapno makorek digitoy nga errors nga hambet nga kinayat digiti nagaramid nga may kabil dijay siguro gapulag iti bannog nga naikabil digay nga errors dijay nga modules.
At dari nga feedback mechanism yo within the agency or the division coming from the parents, the teachers. Kasano da sir, kanayon ti meeting yo or they can put that in paper, kabil da Dropbox when concern box yo. Kasano da feedback mechanism yo?
Ma'am, baser iti panag monitor mi kadagiti schools ken panang damdamag mi iti memestra mostly kanya da ada iti GC or group chat da with the parents of the learners. And
So
from
either in Messenger,
Yes, ma'am.
Viber, or even all those
kadagito
applications.
nga
sa social media.
applications ma'am nga maibaga digiti parents ken digiti advisors digiti nga ubing and then digiti to meten dajay procedure of communication nga ngumato dijay data division office and we will do our best to correct digiti ang penganay waras or digiti sumarsaron nun to ikit-kita minto digiti nga module sentap no nga madoble digiti nga errors nga napasamak.
Going back to the module, ma'am, libro kasi kadida ito yung gana malpas ti klasen when there are series of modules nga iwaras karagidyo bing. Ada kadidijayan, the examination quizzes, tapno anseran is a workbook, kadida ito yung module nga inwaras yo.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, the GJ modules nga warwaras tayo get good for 1 week.
1 week? Okay.
Nung una, ma'am, hami nga kabil DJ answer key. Kasi kung nada dagiti parents, sumadot dagiti bing, takitaan danto lang ang DJ answer na likod. But we were required by DepEd Central Office and Regional Office nga ikabil DJ answer key, likod ti module itself. Iso nga ko nami, agpapariston ti maala dagiti bing. Kasi kita ang damot lang ng DJ answer ki likod ko nami. But on the other hand, magbagami mat karigiti parents nga i-guide da dagiti anak da nga numabalin haanda ang kita ang answer na dijay. Kita ang danto lang numalpas da nga answeran, i-check da lang dijay no correct ja answer da para makapag-adjust din sila, ma'am.
Okay. Kasi gayam ti sistema na niya. No, agpa-test kayo kasi giant quizzes. At the periodical exam, when monthly exam ti bubing, kasano yung i-undertake day.
Ma'am, as per DepEd Order number 31, awanti periodical test. We were only required to have 4 summative tests nga iso ti i-record dagiti teachers ijay anti-class record da. Actually, for the assessment and the performance of the learners, nagaramid tayo met or nag-devise tayo met DJ Division of Ilocos Sur division initiated e-class record. Nga yes ma'am, para mas madaling i-record yung mga performance ng mga bata. Pero adamotan idi nakaaramid tayo, adamotan in baba iti DepEd Central Office nga downloadable matlaang nga e-class record. Yes. Ma'am.
Right. Okay, sir, I hope you don't mind. Basahin tayo dagiti at pong listeners or watchers ni Ray Paul Alvear Tenorio, The Heart ng Ikadnakanyayo, MM Mercado na imbang Garabii, apukab sa channel, kastamet ni Angelica Biliedo Tabula, Ronaldo Marabil, thumbs up kanyayo ng taga DepEd, ni Ronaldo T. Merabil, parang ina-idolize kayo. Ang dami niyang puso sa inyo. Ronaldo Merabil, dapat stars nga. Ipatulog na. Sapay kumapo da kayo nga guy-guya mabalin nyo itig sa ludsod. Kadagito po nga bisita tayo. They are very technical and very professional to answer your questions and concerns. Dagiti nananang, dagiti kakabsat, dagiti bubing agbasbasa, or even our professionals from other sectors can ask questions kada tay itatang nga maleb. Anya pa po iti kasatay may padamag yo academically because makita awan iti maunay nga problema di sistema wenno pa nakaaramid yo iti kasatay blended learning. What about the social development of our students, their psychosocial development? They need other children to play with. Nakita yung kadi, nag-epekto nga di jay dan balbalayda nga agbasa. Has there been any feedback or manner nga na-monitor yo some effects or levels of their social or psychosocial condition or status?
Yes, Ma'am Marjo. Actually, looking into it po, no, based on the survey, ang laki talaga ng adjustment, di kito ubing tayo nga agad adult tandami sumsumreten.
Yes.
DJ dami latabalbalaydan. So, nakita mi ti importansya ti mental health, ti ubing tayo. So nga dakil nga challenge kanya mi DJ no kasano tayo explain nga haan nga normal ti condition tayo. Ken maragsakan kami nga mangibaga nga ti division office ke adda iti particular the Facebook page na for the children to interact, to voice out what they need, what they want, what they are thinking. Nga adda ti nakasubaybay nga sumungba nga psychologist tayo nga as psychologist, doctors tayo nga makatulong kanya dati mental health issues data. Siyempre nagriga panuno nga normal ti condition tayo, ma'am. So
Biro dati gagayom da.
when, ma'am. So nag-devise
Tapos
kami
walang
ti
nagagay.
way. Yes. So legit mesa nga solusyon nga nakita mi.
Anya di Facebook account you, sir? Baka kayat met digiti agbasbasa nga to be part of that when digiti naganak pa nga daduma nga to observe how it goes the communication digito yung agbasbasa through that Facebook account.
Paki-search na lang po SDO Ilocos Sur Health Health and Nutrition Section Facebook page po. Yan.
Okay, dublyo man DJ, sir.
SDO Ilocos Sur Health and Nutrition page, Facebook page. Yan. Nandun
Okay.
po. Nakaantabay po yung mga in-invite nating mga psychologists, mga psychiatrists. Meron din po tayo, may mga na-invite po tayong mga nakatutok sa ating Facebook page
So
po.
it is a Facebook talk or a discussion. Do you have kasalatay kuma artistic activities like they write poems or they draw or anything? They're going to painting or any other activity?
Oo, ma'am. Sa iba naman po yon. In terms of the aesthetic part ng development ng
Yes.
mga bata, mayroon din kaming isang division na nag-handle po. Yun yung pong Youth Information Division wherein may nagpapakontest po sila in terms of photography, nagpapasulat ng poem. Pero mostly po, no, yung mga ganong activities, embedded na rin po siya sa module na dinevelop ng ating mga teachers. So, hindi po mawawala yung mga arts, music, kasi subject pa rin po naman po yun, nakikita at nagagawa pa rin po naman ng mga bata.
So, dayiti ko na tayo kakabsat holistic development, dagiti learners tayo, were still addressed despite the limitations, despite the restrictions of travel and mobilization. So nga, nagpintasanti makisarsarita kadagiti po nga management team ti Division of Ilocos Sur. Sir, at dari di naisarita yo idi at the supplementary feeding program. It's a traditional activity of the DepEd adda dagiti feeding activities. So even the office of Congressman Divi and some LGUs, they do support the nutrition or the feeding program of the DepEd. Adda kadipay dagitoy nga SFPs or supplementary feeding program, and how do you undertake this?
Yes, ma'am. Up to now, adalata. We are happy to announce that last November, in lunch tayo dito school-based feeding program in a different mechanism in the context of new normal, wherein tatan instead nga dimestra kay agi prepare ti menu, agluto di school, haanin ma'am. Tatan insubli tayo di makutkunan nga Nutriban.
Nutriban.
Yes, nagsubli tayo dyan ma'am. So, with 5 flavors pa itata. Ube, cheese, classic. So yan. And then, meron na rin po tayo yung kasama niya Nutripack. Meron na rin po tayo yung mga milk. Yan. So, ang ginagawa po nun, we are parang sinasabay na natin sa distribution ng modules. So, sabay na. So, may module ka na, may pagkain ka pa.
Okay.
So,
Ibang
ganun
klase
po yung
din.
ginagawa po yun. Yes, ma'am.
Talaga daming ingredients na. Tireti panagadal to bing. Now, let's go back. It used to be DEX, Education, Culture, and Sports. Now it's DepEd. Amok nga iti DepEd po kang runaan nga ahensya ti gobyerno to develop sportsmanship kaya nagiti athletic capabilities nagiti ubing. Do you have activities even up to this time may panggap ti sports development nagiti anak tayo nga learners?
Yeah.
Sir,
Um,
cancel.
Actually, medyo naikat
Okay.
maiparit nga ron, ma'am, ti face-to-face,
Face-to-face.
kandi jay masapong yung observe the social distancing karag itubing. So,
Well,
actually, na-isar din pa lang din jay panakaaramid ti sports competitions, kada so amin, ma'am.
okay. Online gaming ket iso iti kasatay trend karagitoy. If I remember it right, dapat competition ti Mobile Legends. My 2 sons are into this and they've been champions in the several levels. Ada kiti ubing tayo, do you encourage this? Especially now nga online gaming ti adada, because they can also develop sportsmanship through online gaming. Not hangad yung actual nga physical activity, sports activity like basketball, baseball, football, running, and so on and so forth.
Personally, ma'am,
Oh, yan.
kanya kadamot anak ko grade 11.
Okay.
Yes, pero kahit papaano dapat regulated.
Yes.
Kasi adumot na ti trataran na kiti anak tayo nga academic subjects. So they should devote more time to that. Kaya niya parte ng agay-ayam da iti ML, uno Mobile Legend. Aramidan mo tata maawatan mo na jay.
It's
Iti agda
play
mga
for them.
panahon,
No,
yeah.
it is really
That's
play.
That's the in.
Yes.
Yun yung in.
So, the interest to bubing ka na
Yes.
gito yan. The
So, naligat mo tiyak tayo na
Gen
chay.
Z, kunay the Generation X.
Yes,
no?
ma'am. So, i-acknowledge na tayo kan okay kung natataang tayo kung napon regulated.
Okay.
Kasi physically, mabandog ti mata. Intonokwan.
Right. Sakit ti ulo.
Yes, adada na marami na ganyan na mga modules na.
May gagar dala una yan, iti agay ayam, may awawan ti gusto nga panagada.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for that, sir. I am going back to our superintendent in terms of policies of the DepEd. There have been so many changes in policies, in guidelines and regulations, but which of nagijay circular ti talagang nakita yo nga nagapo ti central office or regional office that has tremendously changed the setup of education? Anya nga policy daton? Of course, one is the health protocols. It's on top of every agency's concern. Yes, sir? Ngayon niya, ti pagdumaan na dato'y health protocol, iti DepEd, nga mabalin nga, when masapul nga yalatiw yun, karag iti ububing. Na? Kasi all of our agencies kat health protocol, iti kang runaan. Nya, iso iti may nga nagbaliwan, iti panagna, iti may isang opisina, panagna, iti transaksyon, negosasyon, Can uri pati trabaho ken serbisyo tayo? How is it? Or how is it with the
Ay, wen.
DepEd? Sir.
Again, good afternoon, Ma'am Marjo.
Wen, sir.
Kan nakitagdangdangan. Umuna, DJ na ng mga opisina, ma'am. Idi, awang pati pandemic, they just come and go
Right.
without any mask, face shield.
Yes.
That time, they had to
Register.
register, they had to
Go through.
and temperature taking, washing with alcohol, and then hanga mabaling nga kwan. Nya di naramid tepe online eh. As much as possible, awan na you walk in, you just come, you just arrive there.
By appointment.
Yes,
By
ma'am.
appointment. Okay.
Usually online. Ngam nagduma, agbend kami mat kasi adang mga iti emergency nature da jay transaction da. They're in a hurry, like they want to hand carry these documents. Sige, awato nila tamat. Another, da jay ibagbagaming awanti meetings.
Right.
Awanti face-to-face. Ngam, if ever, we cannot help, we cannot avoid. Kasi lalo tayo masangwanan ti panaguryan ni teacher applicants. Mas maipasagap-sap nila jay idea, naging topics, no, face-to-face kami. Ngam, we see to it na i-limit the number. That's why by batch data, ma-observe da jay in paulo tayo ATF na physical distancing with all the face mask, with all the face shield, nga properly placed
on the face.
Hangaga po nga nag-face mask ka, nakababamat.
Nahon yung tagong.
Naka-face shield ka, nakakasdemat. No. Ma-observe amin na giday, maala amin yung temperature. And ang naman nagati sa magmamanong seminars ng ada umay, physically. Ada conditions na eh. Those who are suffering from colds, automatic do not attend.
Okay.
Those who are having cough,
Fever.
more so yan, hindi na pwedeng pumasok yan. Kaya talagang hindi pwedeng pumasok doon sa area kung hindi nakuha yung temperature. And there are times na nagpumapalpak din yung temperature gadget. So sabi namin, you know yourselves if you're suffering from fever. Maramdaman yan eh. Kung di man makuha yan ng temperature gadget, alam mo yung sarili mo. So just be honest. Another policy, pag nagmi-meeting kami noon, regional mancom, division mancom, national mancom, face-to-face lahat. Ngayon, through, ano matawag doon? Virtual? Virtual na lahat.
Via Zoom.
Yeah, via Zoom. Yun ang, ilan lang sa mga changes mo. Pero mahirap yung via Zoom. Minsan, biglang nawala yung signal.
Right.
Minsan, nagsasalita, hindi mo naririnig. Those are some. Marami pa. Yun nga. Pero foremost yan yung walang gathering na hindi naman necessary.
Right. For some, of course, perhaps patipay iti DepEd, at the DJ work arrangements. Work from home is one. Another is a skeletal force should report and that the shifting of reporting or schedule. Does it happen to you, Regi Kasjay, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Inaramid ni Mat kan DJ scheme nga kasjay. Tapos kasta saan nga amin empleyado, example sa school supervision office na lang, saan nga amin empleyado ang report ti office. Tapos malimitaran ti jay kaado. Wan ma'am kaado ti tao nga dali nga kumunol-kunol pati jay schools kasi pa tinayet nga proseso. At least 50% of the manpower ti ag-report lang
And
di jay. Yes, ma'am.
Why? Well, this is being so, awan ti epekto na iti remuneration when the salary dagiti staff.
Awan, ma'am.
Okay.
The same na yung buwanang sahod, yun pa rin ang natatanggap.
Yes, of course. And we believe nga dagiti teachers ket nagpintas iti remuneration data tan, no? While we believe iti damo kunada is a very noble profession. Why do we say it's a noble profession? I'd like to hear that from you, the teachers. Why we, the common people, would consider the teaching profession the most noble profession of all professions, sir?
Thank you for that question, Ma'am Marjo.
Yes.
Yes, we often hear that
Yeah.
the teaching profession is the most noble profession. Umuna ngamin, there will never be other professions without the mother of all professions, the teaching profession. And we give the basic. Excuse me, attorney. Walang magiging attorney. Kami rin, hindi kami maging teacher. Hindi kami makakarating sa posisyon namin yun kung walang teacher.
Right.
Kahit na anong profession. Walang maging doktor, attorney, teacher mismo kung walang teacher na nagturo sa kanila para mag-develop sa kanila. Second, it's a very noble one because we are the models. We are the models. Lagi mo sinasabi, we have to be very, very careful in the DepEd because ang isang teacher, pag nagkamali, talk of the town until the teacher dies or even beyond. Ang isang
kamali lang.
Yes, ma'am. Yung other professions, halimbawa, engineer ka, nagkamali ka, talk of the town ka ng 1 week, 2 weeks. After that, wala na. Ang teacher, pag nagkamali, may makikita ka, ayan si ganito. So, we have to be very, very good models. But most of all, we mold the young. Walang values ang mga bata kung hindi tinuro ng teacher. Yung natutunan nilang values sa mga bahay nila, sinusupplement namin. In fact, mas malakas pang influence ng teacher kaysa magulang.
Oh, yes. I
Kasi-
agree with you.
Yes, ma'am. I experienced that when my daughter was in the elementary. Nagbabasa siya. Nagkamali siya ng pronunciation. Sabi ko, mali ang pronunciation mo. Alam mo, sagot sa akin, kahit principal ka, mas magaling yung teacher ko kaysa sa'yo. Yun ang sagot sa akin.
Okay.
Ganon sila kabilib ang mga bata. Okay? So,
Okay.
that's why, there are many, many reasons actually.
Right.
Wala naging teacher, wala naging attorney, wala naging engineer, doctor, and other professions.
Okay. Before we
the
listen to the other thoughts and feelings of our guest, Basaik Manpay, nagitida dumapay nga nag-greet dito'y sir ni Minda Rebulyo Marabil, the heart-throbbing na para kada kayo. Berwin J. Hermoso Lasso, SD Ilocos Sur, SDO, meaning Schools Division Office of Ilocos Sur, laging handa ngayong panahon ng pandemya sa pamumuno ni Superintendent George Reynante at Assistant Superintendent Nestor Herrana. Mabuhay po kayo. That was from
Thank you.
Berwin J. Hermosa Lasso. Wow, ang ganda
Kailan,
naman.
kailan.
We also have Athena Lopez. He is a #1 viewer of Trabaho and Serbisyo from London. She was originally, and she's a native of Bantay, a very close family friend of mine. And kunana, greetings to all you po. And dapat may say to Agbyag, SDO Ilocos Sur, and belated happy birthday, Ma'am CID Chief, Dr. Maria Salome Abero. You know, it was around in Facebook, so nga tayo sumangkot ka, ma'am, ket kinablaawan kami at iti belated happy birthday. Nakita day jay, uray naman ta nga friends day Facebook, but you are all over receiving greetings from your friends in Facebook. So ada kayo po nga agyaman kami dagiti nagpipintas nga very heartwarming messages yo. Saludo tayo kadagi taga SDO Ilocos Sur, the very outstanding iti performance da. They really truly care for our learners. We would like to listen to our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent of his thoughts and feelings about why the teaching profession get the most noble profession, sir.
Manen, good afternoon, Ma'am Marjo.
Yes, sir.
Siguro may salang balikas ti pamunganayan da iti isarita. It's all about the dedication of our teachers. Ti dedication da iti mga isurusuro ket saan nga kaslatay awan ti katukad na wano ka kumpara tayo ti other professions. Saan tayo nga mabaling nga questionaran ta bigat kan rabii, uray ti rabii, agtarab-trabaho da, connected iti pan nakasurusuro, dagiti anak tayo. So, agisagsagana da, kadagiti amin-amin nga masapol da, itatapanawan di pandemya, saan tayo nga, they're not complacent. Kasi, hanga porke adda data mga modulan, okay na, hindi eh. Iniisip nila kung naiintindihan ba ng mga bata. Ito, ano kayang gagawin namin? They do constant communication, contact with the parents. Tapno lang masiguro nga at dati maad-adal na ito ubing tayo. Maliban day jay, actually amo tayo ti istorya nga sumagmamanong pa nga memestran malipaton na pa iti mga sawa. Because
Single blessedness.
because they devote much of their time
Yes.
nga talaga iti na yung profession dan.
Yes, yes.
The tiragsak me nga memestro is makita mi nagito ubing nga makasurusuro agbalinda nga values oriented nga talaga at kanya dagiti napintas nga ugali makapagdesisyon dan nga nasaya at para iti pagbagida dagiti nga makita mi ket umanay nga ragsak min mame. That's why uray siguro no kunatay nga dimakkelan iti sweldo dagiti mangisurusuro kasla narigat latta nga tapatan. Dahil itod nga effort dagiti memestra kad memestro.
Okay, that's very nice. It's like service about self and providing service 1 mile further. Okay. And doctor,
Siyak bet apo ket anak ti mestro ken mestra. Ket nagpintas man ti nakita nga inararamid met dagiti naganak kanyak so nga I really appreciate them. So nga iti bagada nga agmestra apo ket no choice na. No choice na wen kasi
so
kayat da
direction mo.
talaga nga kayat da ngagbalinak met nga kasla kanya da. Although dagiti parents mi ket handa nga nagbali nga nabak ng babae ti profession da. Ta ngamin aramiden damet ami nga kabailan da nga tumulong kadagiti estudyante. There are even times nga no awan ti pag-tuition fee da mesa nga ubing ket isuda pay ti Mang Ted when no mang guarantor kanya da tapno lang maka-exam day jay mesa nga estudyante. So nga ingana nga nagre-retire da ket nagpintas man ta uray masabet mo di kalsada ti mesa nga estudyante ket ma'am sir kasjay tulat ta. Okay.
Well, and even when you become a professional, ta mamit mo iti dati nga mestram ti elementarya, you will always address him or her ma'am or sir. At dalat ta rin nga respeto.
Respeto.
Na tayo nga nakaagalan, nagiti agad-adal, kanagadal tupay, at dalat ta rin nga courtesy, kanagiti mestra. We have two non-teaching professionals here, but they are attached to the Department of Education. Perhaps you have different points of view, attorney, sir.
Ay, ako po, teacher po talaga ako.
Talagang teacher.
Oo.
However,
Oo. Sa teaching po talaga ako, graduate po ako sa Philippine Normal University. Ako naman, ma'am, simple lang ang sagot ko. Kasi nung pumasok na ako talaga sa college, talagang I really want to become a teacher. Kasi ang talagang naisaisip ko sa mantra ko as a teacher, to be a teacher is a true calling of not just the mind but the heart as well. Ang ibig sabihin niya, kapag ikaw ay isang teacher, ikaw ang isang taong may pinakamalaking puso. Kasi lahat gusto mo maging maginhawa ang buhay ng isang tao, maiahon sa kahirapan. So, kapag ikaw ay isang taong edukado talaga, maiahon ka sa kahirapan. So, yun talaga ang iniisip ko kapag talagang I really want to become a teacher. Kaya nga yung official na namin sa office, we will always smile and serve with a happy heart.
right.
Opo.
I do agree with you. And attorney,
Ma'am, our teachers in the Division of Ilocos Sur are not perfect, but they have one thing in common, one trait in common. They have the passion for the service. Yes, the salary, the compensation for being a teacher has already increased, has already improved a lot. But then this salary and compensation is not yet enough to compensate the sacrifices, the services given by our teachers. For example, kaming mga lawyers po, deep in our heads, lagi namin pinagdadasal yan, dapat may conflict para may pera kami. Yung mga
Dapat ang
doktor,
datang na kaso ng ikaman
ma'am,
nyo.
digiti doktor ma'am, deep in their heads.
Ang sakit na,
ang
gigit
sakit
ang
ko
tao.
na tao, daw may pa-check up.
Correct.
Ngayon, di ka na teachers ma'am, kitawan eh.
Right.
Siyempre, adala ta tubing, adala ta isuro da. So, dahil the pureness of their heart, to serve the learners in the community, hindi po yun matatawaran. So,
Thank you.
saludo po talaga dapat tayong lahat sa mga teachers natin kasi year in, year out, ma'am, sila po yung nagsaserve. Election,
Yes.
nandyan pa rin sila. It is over and above their job descriptions, but they heartily serve for the benefit of the society and the community.
Naku, wala akong masabi. A big hand to all our teachers. Yeah? Amigo. Okay, I'd like to greet our friends who are teachers watching. I have aunties and grand aunties and uncles who have been or are still in the teaching profession. And I wouldn't be where I am now, or who I am now without them as well. I'd like to greet Auntie Louie, Auntie Minda, Auntie Doning, Auntie Jean, Nanay Aduda Rihayen, nga nakalista nga may mestra. Now, there has always been a search for outstanding teachers, right, sir? Malagi po, even my Auntie Louie was an outstanding national teacher by Ramon Magsaysay search. And even locally, dito'y division tayo adamet, digiti na awardan ng outstanding teachers. What do you think could qualify somebody to become an outstanding teacher? Is it just because of the number of years? Adagayang chairman ti committee niya. So share more on that in your search for outstanding teacher, sir. Please do.
Total package kami kita aming abilidad
Yes.
ni teacher.
Yes.
So, disiglat na nga agisuro, kuno nagisuro iti naglabas nga panawin, ikitaan mi nagigay.
How do you gauge the siglat?
Ang damot performance rating naman sa IPCR ya.
Yes. The formula,
Yes, ma'am.
the criteria na din dyan. Okay.
Tapos, yes, nagay trainings. Kita niyo pa ito ang educational attainment kasi ay
Right.
kagrunan na numasat na iti interview.
Yes.
Tapno sagatan mi nga talaga mismo ang kanyada ibagada ka na kanimot niya naging achievements na significant achievements da nga dijay i-scrutinize mi no kasano da nga inaramid anya ti impact na kanang ti tattao si bubugal nga pag-eskwelahan ti komunidad so kitaan mi amin dagiti ma'am amin dagitoy pagtitipunan may kakitaan mi no si asino kadakwada iti talaga nga
Sayon to i-rank ida.
yes ma'am
Ma-interview da pa.
Yes,
They
ma'am.
go through a
Interview
process.
na talaga.
Not just
Documents.
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 Oo. Damit interview per section yun yun. No?
Yes, ma'am. In a way, yes.
And validation. You
In a
also
way, we do
interview
background
other.
check.
Yes. Okay. That's very nice. Perhaps you have heard about the Best Maestra. This was a program of the good congressman when he was still governor, vice governor, and until he was a representative of the 17th Congress na revived daytoy. Ti Best Maestra kunanad to'y ket may isa nga programa nga makuna better education for students and teachers via managerial advancement in education to support teachers in the rural areas. Last week, our guest was the former founding executive director, Dr. Susan Refuerzo. I know you know her. Kaya't nga po, Divi, congressman tayo nga i-revive daytoy because this will not only provide capacity building or support, no diket dipay, it has a vision nga i-sustain da nga may kan iti in the future scholarship grants dagiti teachers who want to take their master's or PhD degree. Pampanunutan pa lang nga po, there is kumbaga, a sharing of thoughts, no mabalin nga the tripartite agreement, iti opisina ni good congressman tayo, nga iso ti author na sir, daytoy best maestra. I believe you were still the superintendent of Candon City Schools Division. And you must be aware nga dan na produce nga 300 nga maestra dagiti kunada nga from 0 to 5 years of experience. Dagiti babbaro nga maestra nga naikan iti training. So there were about 300 na revive daytoy ket iti 2017 if I'm not mistaken na i-relaunch man daytoy ditoy NSCC. So how would you look at it by coming up with a tripartite agreement between the office, your division, sir, and the University of Northern Philippines? Because at the time that the president, Dr. Gilbert Arce, was there, kunana nga ongoing dahito nga Best Maestra program. And the good congressman is happy no kasjay ti UNP sapay kuma ta akseptaren met can ma-appreciate daytoy iti division of Ilocos Sur. Ta dapay ditoy maestra tutorial services, meaning uson iti virtual. So the tutorial services online met daytoy sir. And if they want CPD or career professional or continuous professional development, they can go through this Best Maestra tutorial service. So I'd like to know your thoughts about this.
Well, yeah, I was then the SDS of Candon when Ma'am Repuerso was initiated.
Yes.
When Ma'am Repuerso initiated this with the help of our good congressman, I, for one, I really appreciate it. It really benefited our teachers, especially those who finished masteral, doctoral. That is for their own career advancement.
Right.
However, may we debate a little. It was mentioned a while ago, ma'am, the career professional, continuing professional development, CPD units. I would like to appeal on behalf of our fellow teachers, and I'm sure even on behalf of the other professionals, these units actually, which is being required by the PRC, which is an offshoot of a bill which is eventually signed into law, that professionals, when they renew their licenses, they have to comply with a certain number of units. Personally, I believe with all the seminars, with all the trainings that we're having, and this is across all professions, I believe there's no need for CPD.
Okay.
To make it, to state it very bluntly, it's an additional burden financially. So, on behalf of the teaching profession, the other professionals, I'd like to appeal to our good congressman to please file a bill amending this.
We are into policy change already.
So that we can just renew our licenses, not only teaching profession, even the legal profession. Because I really believe we are having seminars. That is more than enough.
Ma-credit met gituing seminars and
Yes, ma'am.
trainings. Actually, these are also in line with their not only profession but their job within the agencies or organizations or corporations that they are employed at.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, please, our good congressman is listening. I am sure of that. You may want to appeal for him to do so.
On behalf of the teaching profession and all the other professions, I believe, I am appealing to our good congressman to please file a bill to amend this so that all professions will not be required to take additional units with all the seminars that we are undergoing, that we are attending. Those are all for our professional development.
Exactly.
There's no need to formally state it and present it to the PRC. Ako, hindi man ako mag-attend ng legal seminar na pumunta ng attorney and vice versa. So si attorney, may seminar siya about legal. May seminar kami about education, about teaching, about management. Enough na yun.
And to think that the seminars and trainings that you go through are quite very, or I should say, very relevant
Yes, ma'am.
already
Yes, ma'am.
for your profession and for your jobs as well, or positions in your agency. That is a very good point, sir. Our good congressman is listening, and perhaps this can be referred to the teachers' party list. Dan sa party list iti teachers, ang kadi. Mabalin pa nga i-draft iso na siguro ti authoren, but perhaps the good congressman may want to ask a technical working group from your end to help him draft that resolution if in case he will communicate to you or through the CAPSAT channel to come up with this draft resolution. And we thank you for that. So, the CAPSAT, the programa tayong Trabaho ken Serbisyo handline to present dagitoy programa, dagitoy proyekto ken activities ti may sa national government agencies, but then this can also be a good forum for policy formation or policy development. Thank you for that. We would like to hear your last message, Dr. or our Superintendent George. We're running out of time, but then it has been a very pleasurable and knowledgeable and wonderful occasion for you to be with us, sir.
Thank you again, Ma'am Marjo. Thank you to the CAPSAT channel of our good congressman, the Honorable D.B. Sabeliano. To my companions here, thank you for being with me today. Thank you so much, ma'am. This is really a very good avenue for us to exchange ideas, for us to present also the programs, the concerns of DepEd. Thank you so much. We cannot thank you enough. But before I close, because I saw the statement being flashed by our technician,
Yes.
I'd like to greet in advance our attorney. Through this channel, a few hours from now, he will be celebrating his birthday. That will be tomorrow.
Okay. Birthday, attorney Tan.
Happy birthday, attorney.
Is he still a bachelor?
Yes, ma'am.
You girls out there.
Happy birthday, attorney.
Attorney, for a while, katamuan dahil tamas mo makita dati. Yeah.
God bless you always, attorney. We're very happy having you in the DepEd.
Yes.
Again, Ma'am Marjo, thank you so much to our good congressman. Thank you so much, Sir DB. We look forward to more exchange of ideas like this one. I repeat, this is really a very good avenue.
Yes,
To
thank you.
our greeters, thank you so much,
Yes.
friends.
Adang naudi nga nag-greet, sir, I like this. Kuna I like you, kuna na kanya. Wilma Ascanio Gillian, thank you very much to our viewers. Ket, sapay kumaapo ta suportaran tayo amin nga activities iti Department of Education. Kang runana ditoy division tayo ti Ilocos Sur, and you have heard, you have seen, you have watched how they answer those queries, or simple lang nagiti question tinumutibiyang, yung napateg, kastamet nga nabalitukan, dagiti nayalatil kada tayo, can they share dagiti management team of the Department of Education, Division of Ilocos Sur. We would like to thank you again, Doctor, all of you, attorney, our superintendent and assistant superintendent. We hope that in the nearest future, within the quarter, you will come back to CAPSAT channel.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you.
Especially today segment tayong Trabaho ken Serbisyo. It has been a pleasure having you as my guest in this program. Thank you very much. We can never say thank you again and again, but then deep in our hearts, you are in deep gratitude to all of you, to our learners, and to your partners in the communities. Kastan kakabsat, agyaman akmanen, kada kay amin, iti panakidanggayo, kada kami, kang runan, tinumutibiyang. Today ito'y programa tayo, alas 5:30, hinggan alas 6:30, iti rabii. Sapay kuma, tanabara lata, ngayon lating tayo ti mesa-mesa, iti kinaimbag, nga ited, da ito'y barong nga tawen. Happy New Year to you all. Goodbye for now. See you again on Tuesday with our agriculture sector. Bye. Love you all.
Thank you, ma'am.
Wow. That was so